Hello, Jay Barino here. Welcome back. We're playing the Tides of Darkness Remake, created by Lord Perenolde II in Warcraft 3. We're on to Act 1, Chapter 4, Attack on Zul'Dare. Oh, I dare! Zul'Dare? I don't know, man. It's Warcraft. Who knows? Enhanced me, please?
Having established some order in the region with a display of naval power, Admiral Proudmoore advises that the time has come to search out the secret lair of the Orcs. Scouts report that this base is located somewhere within the Zul'Dare region of the Channel Islands.
Confirmed.
Just southeast of Hillsbrad.
Zul'Dare confirmed.
Artificers have completed designs for a foundry. With this new innovation, you will be able to construct transport ships that can ferry your troops across large bodies of water. These vessels should provide great assistance in the completion of your task.
What an innovation. What an innovation. Have you noticed that all these maps have 2 loading screens? Are all the intros technically their own maps? I guess so, right? Get on that gold mine, buddy. First things first, just get started on this. Second things second, let's look around a little bit. Because if we find an enemy, it won't cause them to kill elven hostages and then immediately lose the mission. So, you know, that seems like a solid start to the map. Get on lumber, please. We can rally straight to the gold mine, but then just occasionally pull some dudes off to go on lumber. So, what is the goal here? Destroy the Orc base. After your success at Hillsbrad, Admiral Proudmoore, having discovered the position of the Orcish outpost in the Channel Islands, orders you to organize the attacks upon their forces. In order to move your ground troops to their island, you need to build a foundry to allow the construction of transport ships at the shipyard. What an innovation! Clerics, healing, holy vision, invisibility, upgradable with holy lance. Reveals unexplored lands and also detects invisible units. The earlier we get even just one cleric seems very positive because we could start scouting around the map. Similar to like an Eye of Kilrog. Probably, well, Eye of Kilrog you have to move around, whereas Holy Vision you can use in one specific spot. So I'm not really sure which one of those is better. I guess they have kind of positives and negatives there. I think I'd rather have Eye of Kilrog though. Holy Lance passively halves an enemy target's speed and attack rate upon attack. This sounds almost exactly like the Dalaran, I don't know, man. The sorcerers that we had previously, except these guys can also heal, and they have the vision thing. But we've got the invisibility and Holy Lance. Church contains spell research for clerics, trains clerics. Okay. I should probably keep an eye on that guy who's scouting around again. We can't really afford to just casually lose units. I really just want to see if maybe there's another gold mine on my starting island. Almost every map, if not every map moving forward in Warcraft 2 is going to be an island map, I think. Actually, I can't say that with any confidence. I don't actually know if that's true. 2 boats is enough to kill 1 boat, so if we run into 1 enemy boat, we should be fine. Let's go ahead and get a lumber mill over here. Wait, where is it? And it's L. Who came up with these hotkeys back in the day? Did they really think? I mean, in a way, I could see how they're like, oh, that's intuitive, but they never maybe thought and said nobody wants to reach over and press the L key.
Right. On my way.
Okay.
Of course.
There's that classic music. There's that classic music. Get another dude on lumber. We know how important the lumber harvesting is, and then we probably just want to get a sheep yard as soon as possible. There's some oil up there. I'm a little hesitant to just start running around with my ships, but I'm doing it anyway. Where might enemies attack us if they come and attack us? Presumably over here if they're to the right of us, presumably down here if they're south of us. I will quick save just because I don't know where they might attack us, and, you know, a map can be won or lost in the first enemy attack, depending on where they might surprise you. If they kill all your workers and you're so far behind, it may very well be irrecoverable. That's just the kind of stuff that, you know, you don't really know until it happens. Obviously, I do like trying to claw my way back up from defeat, so we will generally at least try. But if we get to a point where it seems like we're just wasting more time than not, I can always cut the footage, etc., etc. Yo, here's an oil patch that might have been better. get that oil tanker. Maybe 2 oil tankers will be the right choice here.
Aye, Captain.
I think I read, too, that boats are repairable now. Were they not repairable in the original? I honestly have no idea. But if they are now, then we might as well throw down some repairs. Oil tanker. Let's go ahead and get this set up. Wait, it did let me put that down through the fog. Let's get a second oil tanker. We don't need to go crazy with oil. Oil is
Set sail.
it's an important resource. Okay. He's repairing it. I can't tell if it's worth the cash that we're spending on that or not. More lumber as I go ahead and pull one dude off lumber in order to... Just forget it. It's fine. Okay, we'll wait for that to finish. Yeah, down here would have been better, I think. All right, you, buddy, hop on lumber, I guess. Long-distance mining with lumber is no biggie. I'm not worried about it. Does not seem like there's another gold mine accessible for us. I think leaving my ships down here is maybe like kind of in this direction. I just would love some visibility on enemy transport ships if they were moving towards us. Getting another lumber mill down there could be good.
On my way.
Okay, and then you hop over. Start bringing me some oil. Transport requires a foundry. I will grab another boat. We want to have enough boats that we can focus fire down enemy boats. See, the amount of oil here, like, it's 60, almost 65,000. Like, that's significant. Actually, our starting gold mine has quite a bit, too. Okay, well, let's get one more dude on gold. Interesting. I remember, like, it's generally alternating between the need of lumber and gold
Underway.
in this game. Okay, let's get one more here. Having a nice little defensive line of boats feels really positive. Let's get one more farm just to kind of get ahead of it. And then we can get a... Oh, serves as a drop-off point for harvested oil. So we can make a refinery. There's the church. Yeah, let's just go ahead and toss. When this guy's done, we'll put him on lumber. And that's really all we need. We just need a lot of lumber.
Set sail.
Okay, boats. Yeah, so they dropped... It seems like they dropped up here. Unless those guys were pre-placed, but I think we would have seen them if they were, right? I think it's absolutely worthwhile to repair our boats. I think that is... just in general going to be way, way better. Upgrade arrows, I don't think we need to do just yet. Let's get a church so that we can get a cleric for some holy vision. Maybe I should get a second lumber mill. I don't know.
Skipper.
True sight is only important for submarines. I don't know if there's going to be any of those on this map. Seems like the tankers sort of run into each other and get a little... They're bumping each other around a little bit. We're great on gold right now. I think we should finally build a barracks and just start building some footmen that can stand on the coast and make sure that we don't get wasted. I don't know how the AI is programmed in this. I don't know if they'd be smart enough to say land here versus land here versus land here based on like a threat assessment. I've actually never seen a Warcraft 3 anything do that, to be honest. That's like a StarCraft Brood War type thing that no other Blizzard RTS I've seen done, so I don't know why I would assume that would be here. Okay, give me 4 of these. I want to be spamming the map to get some vision, and then let's continue getting more destroyers. They can defend us pretty well. We're pogging off with resources right now. Start getting some footmen, and we have to always make sure that we keep enough money to build a town hall when we want to expand somewhere.
Captain on the bridge.
Ready for action.
Okay, and like we're not going to spend oil fast enough to need more tankers, I don't think. At least right now. And they don't have vision, because of course they don't. So
Aye, Captain.
we're going to take these. We're going to take these 3, and we're going to look around for maybe an expansion or just looking for where the orc base is in general. So the way that I would imagine the enemy works is because they have to use transports, they probably drop in the same place every time, or not even necessarily the same place, but in a scripted place. So like if we were to reload, they would drop in a similar location.
Aye, Captain.
Let's rotate them out.
Underway. Aye, Captain. Skipper.
And then we can bring these back. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? It seems like my lumber harvesters do some wacky stuff every so often. I'm not sure why they choose to harvest from, you know, specific trees.
Underway.
Wow, what a worthwhile area to have explored. Get him? 3v1. Can we handle him before he destroys one of my boats? Then we bring our boats back. We get him repaired.
Aye, Captain.
We bring these guys over here. And then we send the other 3 out. There's more oil over there, so we could build a refinery in that direction, but that is not necessary at all. It says that we need to... It says that we need to just destroy the orc base, not destroy every orc everywhere. So I suppose that is worth keeping in mind.
Captain. Ready for action.
So let's take these fellas, bring them up here, put them on auto repair. That's a nice little handy feature that was obviously not in the original Warcraft 2.
Underway. Aye, aye, sir. Underway.
So I think this is sort of a strategy I'd like to employ a lot in the future, which is just get a small force of boats early. There's a gold mine right there. Get a small force of boats relatively early so that we can then make some forward momentum towards scouting. Now, we'll be able to build flying machines and stuff eventually. We can heal. So we have way, way, way more longevity here, and that makes our units just way more cost-effective, something that's very, very important. All right, that has a guard tower. We can't hit it with our boats. Let's just keep sailing around and see what we find. Hello? Please build the foundry. Again, this is probably the issue because I built it too far off the shoreline that I talked about in the last video. I don't think we've really made it to the maps where things really start getting real, if you know what I mean. Things start getting kind of crazy. I can say the one map that I really got stuck on when I played the original Tides of Darkness was in the Orc campaign, where you have to kill Gul'dan. Okay, can't quite hit that either. So we just should pick one of these and then go for it. We can leave these guys here. Oh, and now we just need farms. Okay, no problem. Increase the range attack damage and the armor. It says of elven destroyers, transports, and battleships. I'm going to assume that's going to apply to my human destroyers. I can only assume that would apply. I can't be sure, but I would hope. I could only hope. Okay, keep building farms, buddy. Let's grab one guy off gold because we have more than enough gold currently. Come down here and repair these boats. And then let's build a transport ship so that we can go ahead and start... Well, let's build multiple transport ships. I don't know how many things can fit in each transport ship. Again, this is stuff that we'll learn. I feel like I might not even need to expand. I, in theory, could build enough stuff. I think they are reinforcing these boats, by the way, if that's not obvious. I think they're just reinforcing the boats. Let's move these over here. I'm going to assume the orc base is kind of down in this direction, so I could build a forward operating base up here, but I don't think that's necessary because I can't build towers. I can get +2 arrows. Man, having a defensive force with just passive healing based on mana, which is a replenishable resource, I feel like just makes your maintenance so much easier, you know? Okay, so we know that we need probably a worker. We can build a barracks when we get to the other side of the sea. Make some footmen, and we probably want to make sure that we leave enough stuff at home at all times as well. We're going to need more farms. I mean, this is a decent fighting force. Is it enough to kill an entire orc base? I don't know. I don't know how aggressively they'll rebuild. 1, 2... Is that 6? Yes. Oh, it's down there. The command card is pretty easy to see. But again, we just want to make sure that we leave some stuff at home as well. Again, I think these range, like these crossbowmen, are deceptive in their effectiveness. Again, it's not Warcraft 1. They're okay, but I don't think they're quite good enough. So I'll build a couple, but we don't need that many. 4 is good enough, and then otherwise we focus on footmen. The other reason that the crossbowmen at this point in the game are okay, though, is because you can build... is because you can get upgrades for them, which is something that we otherwise can't get for our footmen. Okay, those are upgraded. I don't think the oil refinery actually allows us to get any upgrades, but I think it's worth building just to check. But I'm like 90% sure that the oil refinery exists. It might be a tech requirement for something else down the line. I don't remember. So this is our chance to experiment a little bit, I suppose.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, well, don't let the melee unit just casually attack the boat, okay?
Skipper. Aye, Captain. Skipper.
Eventually we can build battleships, which are just, I think, objectively better. Come on down here, keep these repaired. I'm gonna build more farms, and then I will build more destroyers, because we need to leave a couple at the edges here to make sure we don't lose. Again, the enemy, I think, will continue to just sending attacks out, even if we are laying on the hurt on their bases. I think we have enough transport boats for all these guys, and then we'll keep building just a few footmen to ensure that we don't lose in the meantime, like I said. Probably overbuilt transport ships.
Yes, my friend.
I did. That's okay, though. We could have gone away with exactly 3. No, never mind. We needed 4 for that 1 extra slot. Okay. So let's bring these guys as an escort. We'll drop off down here. We'll clear this out and just kind of see and keep scouting around. And we'll make a bunch of just a bunch of destroyers, because why not? Okay, you're blocking me? You're boxing me out?
Aye, aye, sir.
Look at this hot micro.
Underway.
Look at this hot micro. You never thought you'd see it. It's the new age of Jay Barino. Everybody loves unloading boats, especially me. Okay, so unfortunately, Warcraft 2 is known. It's naval combat, a lot of transports. Almost every mission we're going to have to use transports. I'm not a huge fan. But you know what? It is what it is. Okay, we do have the worker with us.
Skipper.
Skipper.
Yes,
Captain
my
on
lord.
the bridge.
Yes, my lord.
And then we got a bunch more battleships coming out to help us out.
Sail. Aye, Captain.
So we need to clear out a landing zone and then drop everything off where the landing zone is, and then build... I mean, in the future, we can build a bunch of extra workers.
Captain Bridge. Aye, Captain.
Hello? There you go. We'll have to build a bunch of extra... we can bring a bunch of extra workers, I should say.
Aye, Captain. Set sail. Captain on the bridge.
Captain
Aye,
on the bridge.
Captain. Skipper. Underway.
So this is an early mission still, but this will give us a good idea of how large of a landing force do we need. Like in Warcraft 2, the enemy AI wasn't that smart when you landed close to their base. They wouldn't come and just necessarily wipe out your base straight up. They might, you might just have to kill the stuff that's near the shoreline, and then you could bring like 6 peasants over and build a huge, amount of production.
Aye, Captain.
And then everything is Gucci from there. Whereas here, because it's Warcraft 3, sort of, it's possible that what might end up happening is they'll kind of recognize like the threat detection of the base AI. Okay, battleships, please help me.
Underway.
These are all unloaded at least. Cleric just got wiped by a boat. I don't know if I'm necessarily in the right spot.
We are under attack.
Okay.
What is
Let's
it?
get this peasant over to build a barracks.
Sail. Aye, aye, sir.
Even a town hall to build more peasants. Alternatively, in the future, we could bring more peasants. Don't worry about that. It's just an oil tanker. Again, in theory, I don't necessarily need...
Skipper. Underway.
I don't think I necessarily need to kill everything on this map. Thank goodness. Kill the battleship. Those are doing some mondo damage to me.
Aye, Captain. We are under attack. Set sail.
Bring this guy down.
Aye, Captain.
Where's my peasant? Again, just being able to reinforce without having to fill up more transport ships. Yeah, we got wasted here.
Say the word.
Yes, my friend. What ails you?
Okay.
Aye,
And then come on over here and kill the shipyards, please. And kill the boats that are coming out. And now we build a barracks. And if that finishes, then we're going to be fine. You can see we lost like a giant army there because I wasn't really paying attention. And we just got completely wiped. That's kind of how this is going to go. We have to have full... We have to keep like full-on attention on what's going on in our base. It couldn't hurt also to just, you know, come on back here and just build more stuff at home and, you know, haul it over. I don't think we need more boats. Also, keeping our boats near the shoreline, granted, the Black Rock grunts can actually hit our boats. So that can be a little spooky. See, and then we just queue up a ton of these dudes. This gold mine isn't even depleted. I feel like this mission is very generous with the gold on this mine, so not too concerned, but in future missions, again, it might not be quite as generous. But if we keep attacking near the shoreline, then we should be good. Let's just build a second barracks. This is also where you can very quickly go through your resources, and then you realize, oh, well, my home gold mine is now almost depleted, and now I'm in trouble. I don't think our boats do splash damage. I couldn't tell if that was just the grunt doing damage or what. Okay, let's go. We gotta go. The towers, they shoot really slow, but they do a surprisingly high amount of damage, so it is important that we go in and attack these. Eventually, this Azerothian faction will do... we'll get defend. Supposedly, it's supposed to. Unless the act ends before we get access to their full subfaction tech tree. Okay, I think we're good now. Let's make sure we stay together. I like how like the command card is Warcraft 2. I like how the selection boxes are Warcraft 2. It's just like that little attention to detail to all this kind of stuff is really, really swell. Okay, and we just, you know, we are steadily losing units as we progress through this base. Hopefully we don't have to load up. I hope we don't have to load up and go and kill, like, this one flippin' thing. Speaking of that, let's, just preemptively send some boats around where we may have left some stuff. See, I built, like, these guys. I could haul those down. I want to take the mission objective literally, where it says destroy the orc base, but just in case, let's wipe it all out. Oh my gosh, I can select multiple production structures and build out of them. Oh, we're cooking with gas now, boys. Hello? I must have tried to unload the guys too far away from a shoreline. Or maybe it's like you need vision through the fog in order to do that. I don't know. There's a lot of, there's going to be a few little things here or there that we have to understand how they work so that I'm not constantly just being like, I thought I dropped that guy, blah, 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 you know. But it turns out it's through the fog of war, whatever. I think what we need to do is just have some guys perpetually hitting structures and then leave a few. Like, the crossbowmen can attack whatever they want. They'll kill they'll, like, target down the units as they spawn one by one, while my footmen need to actually attack the structures because they can actually destroy them pretty fast.
Set sail. Underway.
Okay, it doesn't... I don't see any other buildings. So if we kill this... I think this is the lumber mill. Yeah, if we just kill this stuff, then maybe we're all set. And even this map, like, this took me, what, like 22, 23 minutes? Like, I think even that is probably, quote, too long, you know, but I don't know the maps. I don't know where things are. If I knew, like, oh, this is where you can take an expansion, and it only takes 3 units to kill a guard tower in order to expand there, and then it's relatively safe, because the enemy generally isn't dropping, you know, in that place. They're going to keep going for your main base, blah, 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 blah. There's so many things that can save or add tremendous amounts of time on maps like these. I'm not saying this is a positive or negative. I'm just making an observation. All right, well, would you look at that? Let's look at our score screen. Fun fact, now that we're at the end of the video, I tried to start this mission, and it kept saying it couldn't load the map dependencies, and I got really nervous. I was like, oh no, like I'm playing on 1.28, which is the recommended version for this. And I went and made a post on Hive, and And I was like, oh man, like I already started recording this and I don't want to have to pivot to another thing, and hopefully I can get some, some help. Then I realized I still had an MPQ mod file in my 1.28 Warcraft 3 directory that I used to play that Zerg campaign, if you remember from several months ago. Which, by the way, if you didn't watch that, you could check it out. It's pretty neat. Once I deleted that, then this worked just fine. So remove mod files if you've got them. Other campaign files are fine, but if you have like a designated mod MPQ in your install directory, it hoses up this, which it's pretty intuitive. I just forgot that it was there. I forgot that I played that campaign. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.